R for radius, L. A cone, like a pyramid, also has a slant height, but it is actually on the cone because there's not any faces on a cone, right? There's no faces. So here's where the lateral area is. And you guys remember from Friday, remember the right triangle that was formed in the pyramid? You had your height, the Mission Impossible height. You had the slant height. And then remember half the base? Well, now it's called the radius because it's a circle. So I could still make a right triangle, but now it's made up of Mission Impossible height, slant height, and radius. So can we find this next cone, the lateral area of this next cone in terms of pi? So I have pi RL, just to make sure we're on our toes. How about the radius of that cone? 16. 4. And what's the 3 referring to? What's that 3 in the cone referring to? 14? That's the altitude, not my slant height. I don't want to plug in 3. I want to plug in whatever I get from Pythagorean theorem here with 3 squared, 4 squared, and then my slant height squared. And when you have it, what's your slant height here? 22?
The slant height is 5.
5, thank you. And leave your answer in terms of pi, so put down the calculators. We got 20 pi square centimeters. All right. Hurry up, you by yourself or you and your group, you fill in the surface area now. You know what this concept of surface area means. So put the base back on and let me know what the surface area of a cone is going to be. And it's not going to, the base isn't going to be different in a cone. It's the same figure every time. All right, so what do you got? Surface area, what did you guys decide? 22 again?
It's pi RL plus pi R squared.
Good, the circular base. Perfect. All right, so same cone. Now find the surface area, but now round to the nearest whole number for me. So bring down that 20 pi we just found and add on the circle. Pi R squared. And now instead of leaving my answer in terms of pi, I want it nearest whole number. And when you have it to the nearest whole number, take your time. When you have it, let me know. Oh, 7. 113 square centimeters. No problems? Okay, let me do one with you here, and then honestly, this was the plan. I'm going to let you do the next 3 and the mashup one at the end of the notes on your own. I'll give you the answers. You and your group can work with them. All right, so now back to lateral area in terms of pi. So pi radius here. It's 10. What's my radius? 2. And what's the 10 pointing to? 19. What's the 10 pointing to? The altitude, not what I want to plug in, though. I want to plug in the slant height. So we go back to Pythag. 10 squared plus 2 squared equals my slant height squared. And you guys are going to find out, I believe, that's the square root of 104. Anything in the direction say simplest radical form? So don't stress yourself out here. Why even bother? You can leave it as the square root of 104. Now, how's this going to look in terms of pi? Just kind of put the pi in the right spot. There's a couple different ways I'd probably accept this. You could just write 2 pi radical 104. That's a good one. Or if you're feeling crazy, put the pi at the end like you usually do. But just make sure that pi is clearly outside your radical. So if you want to do 2 square root of 104 pi, just make sure that pi is outside and not part. That's a totally different number than square root of 104. All right, so you're going to work with your group right now or by yourself. I will put the answers up here, including the smash up one at the end. You'll have 2 of those on your quiz if anybody wants advanced knowledge. You're going to have 2 smash ups on your quiz. I'm sure there's a composite figure is the official term. Whew.
Actually, is. Yeah, you're so rattled by that. No, it's okay. You wish you didn't know. Was it oh no! Oh, shit, I got a light. Yeah, not the first time out. Is it basically cylinders? Don't understand something.
Just make sure 2, 3, and 4 match before you go on to the smash cut. And we'll, when you go to the number 5, we'll keep nearest 10th, all right? Let's keep nearest 10th for number 5. Keep those directions going.
No one had a chance to answer. You don't know what question you're talking about. Like,
You guys no, you don't know it.
Yep.
You're at 4.
Is everybody on number 5 here? Okay, I'm not going to deny you. All right, I could easily just go to the next one by hitting over there. I'm not going to deny you. There we go. Good. All tomorrow is a review. We're done. You have everything you need for the quiz on Wednesday. It's all review. Round 2 tomorrow. With a chance to meet Nyla in the finals.
Big silver.
And then we get a top 11.